Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, pupils. How are you? I am still your anchor, Mrs. Chidinma Ajike. I'm here to teach you Christian religious knowledge. This will be for primary 5 and 6. Our topic for today is importance of decision making. Importance of decision making. We have already talked about decision making. I told us decision making has to do with 1. Making up his mind over a particular thing. And I told us that in decision making, it means that we have more than one options to choose from. Whenever you make up your mind and choose one, that means you have made a decision. So today, we'll be talking about importance of decision making. Now, by the end of this lesson, you are expected to give at least 3 points of the importance of decision making. You are expected, number 1, I repeat, you are expected to give at least 3 points to show the importance of decision making. Number 2, you are expected to mention at least 3 advantages of good decision making. And 3, you are expected to state at least 4 consequences of taking bad decisions. Now let's look at the importance of decision making. Why is it important to make decisions? Number 1, decision making is needed for goal setting. Decision making is needed for goal setting. When you set a goal, if you have something in mind to achieve, you need to what? Make decisions, important decisions on how you are going to what? Achieve those goals. So but if you don't take any decisions, those goals will not be what? Achieved. So that is why we are saying it is important to what? For achieving set goals. Number 2, importance of decision making is that it is through decision making that one is gingered into action and achievement. If you don't take any decision, you will not be what? You will not have anything to do. It shows that you don't have an aim. You don't want to achieve anything in life. But when you take a decision, this term, I am going to read my book and I'm going to pass my exams, that will ginger you into what? Reading your books. Because if you don't read your book, you will not pass your exams. That is why we are saying one importance of decision making is that it is through decision making that one is what? Gingered into what? Action and achievement. Number 3 importance. Taking decision involves careful planning and execution, which helps to reduce mistakes. Taking decision involves careful planning and execution, which helps to reduce mistakes. You see, when you want to take a decision, you need to do what? Sit down, carefully do what? Plan it. Plan about that decision you have made. How am I going to achieve it? I said I want to come first in my class. How am I going to do what? Achieve this. That is what we mean by what? Planning. And then when you have decided on how you are going to achieve it, then you begin to what? Work towards it. That is what we mean by execution. You can't just sit down and say, I want to be first in my class. And then every time you're watching Ben 10, every time you're watching Thunderman, Every time you're watching Sophia the First? No, you don't do that. If you make decision, you need to what? Plan and work towards it. Another importance of decision making is that, okay, before then, the decisions we take allow people to know how we value things and the level of consideration we place certain things. Now, the kind of decision you take will enable the next person beside you to grade you. They will see how you place what, the kind of value you place what, things. Maybe you're the type that likes what, watching television, while your sisters or other classmates like to read. How are you going to become the doctor you said you want to be? How are you going to become the lawyer, the president, the governor, by watching Cartoon Network? No. You are going to what? Read your book. When people see you reading your book, they will know that, oh, this child really have value for what? His books. He really wants to become something tomorrow. But when you don't, all the time your eyes are glued on the television, shows that you have no value for what? Academics. You don't want to be anything in life. You want to be what? Just glued to your television. That is how people will see you. Another importance of decision making is that decision making becomes possible when one is faced with various options. Decision making becomes what? Possible when one is faced with various options. I told us already that in taking decision, it means that we have so many options to choose from. You have to do what? Choose wisely. Let's talk about advantages of good decisions. We will be talking about advantages of good decisions. We have good and bad decisions. Now, one of the advantages of taking good decision is that it helps to save time that could have been wasted if bad or no decision was taken. It helps to what? Save time. Right now, you are in primary 5 and 6. If you don't spend time reading your book, when your classmates will be graduating, leaving for secondary school, you will still be here crawling in primary school. And when they will be moving over to university, you will still be finding yourself in maybe JS1 or JS2. By so doing, you have done what? Wasted your time. But when you take a good decision, it will help you what? Save time. Another one is that it yields positive results. When we take good decisions, we always have what? Positive results. Positive means good results. You've taken a decision that you want to pass your exam. You will see that, and when you read your book, at the end of the term, you will pass your exam. That is what? A positive result. Another advantage is that it helps one to achieve set goals in life. You have set a goal that you want to be what? First in the class. And then you read your book. After that, you will what? Become first. It shows that what? You have achieved what? Your set goal. There are other set goals in life. Maybe you want to be a doctor and you work towards it. At the end of the day, you will become what? A doctor. It shows that you have done what? Achieved what? Your set goals in life. Another one is that it helps one to organize his activities in order of priorities or importance. If you don't call it priorities, you call it importance. That means it helps one to organize his activities in order of priorities or importance. I am not saying that you cannot watch television. Auntie did not say that. What this advantage means is that you will try to organize yourself. Make a timetable for yourself. When you read your book, when you eat your food, when you have watch television, and when you will sleep. All these things, by the time you are organize these activities, you will find out that some of them might not be important to you again. You will remove it from your schedule and begin to do what? Choose the right one. So that is what we're saying, that when you take good decisions, it helps you to what? Organize your activities in what? In order of what? Importance. That is what this advantage is all about. It helps to reduce mistakes and regrettable expenses in life. When you organize your activities in order of importance, it helps you as an individual to what? Reduce mistakes and regrettable expenses in life when you organize yourself. Another important advantage is that it brings about self-actualization or self-fulfillment, which everyone is usually happy to attain. By the time you have become the president, by the time you have become, you take first position in the class, this is how you breathe in. I have achieved what? My goal. I made it. This is how you what? Shout. That is what we're saying, that it brings about what? Self-actualization or self-fulfillment. It shows that you are what? Actually what? Fulfilled. Another advantage of taking good decision is that decision making is what is needed to build a nation. Decision making is what? Is needed to what? Build a nation. Now, if we don't take decisions, our nation will not be, if we don't take good decisions, not just any kind of decision, good ones, our nation will not what? Grow. It will not expand. It will not develop. Now, it involves sacrifices, unity of purpose, patriotism, and hard work. Decision making is what is needed to build a nation. And in building this nation, it requires what? Sacrifices. That means for you to be self-fulfilled, it requires what? You have to make some sacrifices. You have to let go. Sometimes watching that Ben Tennyson and concentrating on what? Your books. Do you understand? That is what you have sacrificed that at that moment. Another one is unity of purpose. When you know that you want to become a doctor, you don't have to go maybe asking question or staying with somebody who wants to be a lawyer or reading the books of what? Lawyers. That has nothing to do with you. When you are what? You want to be a doctor. Concentrate on what concerns what? Doctors. And another one is patriotism. That is when we are talking about our nation. You know, we said a patriotic person or is an individual that has love for what? His country. You can also have love for what? Your nation. So you need to what? Be patriotic in order to build what? Your nation. Another one is hard work. It's not all about you read one page. Oh, I'm tired. No. It's not enough. You need to what? Strive. If you're sure you actually want to be somebody tomorrow. Nothing good actually comes easy. It requires what? Hard work. So you need to what? Push further. They said the reward for hard work is what? More work. That means we need to what? Do more work in order to achieve our dreams. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of bad decisions. There are some disadvantages we get or consequences. We can call it disadvantages or we call it what? Consequences or effects too we get when we take what? Bad decisions. Now one of them is that it could lead to waste of time and resources. You will see the time you would have used to finish primary school, secondary school, and graduate from the university. You will still find yourself, maybe at the end of the day, you become a school dropout. You will not go to school again. Why? Because you've wasted a lot of your time. Maybe watching television, doing things that are not what? Necessary. That is why we said in one of the advantages that you need to what? Organize your what? Activities. When you fail to organize your activities, you would have done what? Wasted your time and what? Resources. Another disadvantage is that it leads to sad events and experiences. It leads to what? Sad events and experiences. That means when other people's parents will be rejoicing over their children who have become lawyers, who have become teachers, who have become doctors, nurses, and so on and so forth, your own parents will be sad. Nobody will call them mama doctor. Nobody will call them mama lawyer. Nobody will call them mama engineer. So it leads to what? Sad events and what? Experiences. Another consequence is that it could bring about unpleasant or bad result. It could bring what? Unpleasant or what? Bad result. This is in relation with sad events and experiences. So let's move to the next one. It could bring shame to one's loved ones. It could bring what? Shame to one's loved ones. Because in your family, they will not have anybody that is doctor. They will not have any engineer. Why? You wasted your time. When you should have studied to make your family proud and yourself fulfilled. You did what? Wasted your time. Another one is that it could lead to frustration, anger, and conflict. That is, at this point, you easily get what? Angry. When people talk, because you did not get the position you were supposed to get. Every time you're failing. Now you're not a doctor. Now you're not a lawyer. You're not the governor. Is that your friend? That your classmate, is the engineer that is working on this. Every time when they talk to you, Mama, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You get what? Angry. And every time you are what? Fighting. It's your fault. You refuse to what? Organize yourself. That is why we are teaching you right now to take what? The good decisions. Another one is that it could lead to loss of faith in God and morals. It could lead to what? Loss of faith in God and what? Morals. You may lose your faith in what? In God and say, this God doesn't like me. It's not that God does not like you. It is you who refuse to organize yourself. And your morals, that means you will not what? You may become a bad boy or a bad girl in life. Now, another thing taking bad decision causes is it could set one back. When others are 2 steps or 4 steps ahead, you will be what? 4 steps back. That is what we mean by what? Setback. Another one is that one could be regarded by others as foolish if he is in the habit of taking bad decisions. You see? Other people will be looking at you like you are one? Foolish. Every time you're carrying ball around, are you the only one that likes ball? Sometimes you leave that ball and concentrate and read your books. Do you understand? So that people will not see you as one? Foolish, as a foolish person. Now, another consequence is that it could lead to regrets later in life. I know you don't want to regret, do you? No. It could lead to what? Regrets in life, as it is capable of ruining one's life and destroying his future. I know you don't want your future to be destroyed. That is why mommy and daddy has sent you to school to what? To prepare a bright future for you. Another one is that it could eventually lead to untimely death. Because you are frustrated, you get what? The next thing you will talk about is that, I don't have anything in this life. Let me just kill myself. No. Mommy and daddy and your auntie is telling you right now in order to prevent that, you need to what? Take good decisions. So that at the end, you will be what? Fulfilled. Is that clear? Now I have told you that the decisions we take allow people to know how we value things and the level of considerations we place over certain things. I have told you the advantages of taking good decisions. It will help you achieve positive results. And I've also told you that when you take bad decisions, it could lead to waste of time and resources. It could also lead to regret in life. And it could also lead to untimely death. Now, this is the work you will do at home. One of the homework, number 1, is that you should mention 3 points rather, to show the importance of decision making. Let me take that again. Mention 3 points to show importance of decision making. Number 2, write any 5 advantages of good decision making. And number 3, write 5 consequences or disadvantages of taking bad decisions. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye for now.